Hey guys, this is Chuck with Friends. This is your girl D.
This is Willis.
We're back for another episode. Oh my god, y'all. Like, we had some slight, not even say technical difficulties, we're gonna say volume adjustments and just shocked the hell out of us, okay? We jumped back like, oh god. But anyway, if you've never tuned in to one of our episodes before, shame on you. But, you know, we'll still welcome you with open arms. We always start off with a shot. We always end off with a shot. A shot, Lord. I wish we did have some shops. But anyway, shot. S-H-O-T. And if either one of our phones go off with volume, we have to take a shot. I guess we can go ahead and get this thing started. Alright, watch your face this time, because your face last week was, God, horrible. You thought.
I was born with this face, man.
Baby, that's the problem. Damn. No, I'm just saying. No, because when you took that shot last week, you were like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was.
That job was horrible.
It was.
Alright, so, you want to start off this week? You want me to start?
I can start.
No, you started last week. I'm sorry. I know, why did I just say it? I just realized that. I'm like, yo, the past couple weeks you've been starting off. So what should we do? I want to start off. I should have been prepared.
Right.
I was going to do this. Okay. So I'll go with this one.
Okay.
This is a little bit of a switcheroo. I'm going to adjust myself. All right, here we go.
We are in a day where dudes like attention. And they're actually so addicted to attention that they're afraid of being in a committed relationship because they're afraid of losing the DMs that they get. They like being the single guy that's kind of available that no one can really get. They love to be able to walk in a room with no ring. They love the way women kind of flirt with them. They are so addicted to it that they really don't want to give that up. And so they're saying, I'm having fun dating, even though I really don't want to get married. And that's like going on job interviews and never getting a check. So I don't understand.
Okay. That last part.
Yeah, that line was fire. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, it's like going on interviews and never getting a check. I'm like,
yeah.
whoo, bomb. That's what it needed a bomb sound. Like, that was like fire. So recap. They're saying men are basically addicted to being single, right? They're so addicted to it that they really don't know or want to give it up. Like they like being the whole available but not available type of situation.
Right.
How do we feel about this? Do we feel like that it really is about the attention that they're getting of being single, that it fulfills that, you know, I guess you could say that arousement of it all? They'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I can have anybody I want. I can you know, they in my DMs, they want me, and I can pick this, that, and the third. But I ain't settling down though. I ain't doing it. Like, they just addicted to that single lifestyle, or do we just think that, hey, I'm single and this is what single people fucking do? It's not addiction. It's just the fact that I'm single and I'm just playing my cards right. I can't help what they do. You know what I mean? If they addicted to me, that's their problem.
I think it's some comfortability in the freedom to do what you want. You know, and some guys, I feel like it's about the chase. Yeah.
But the thing is that it's coming off like he likes the fact that women are chasing him, not so much that he's chasing the women. The way he presented it was like
right.
I can walk in a room with no room. They love the way the women, you know, kind of flirt with them or be in the DMs. Like, they're addicted to that.
Narcissist vibes.
They're addicted to that tension.
Yeah, he's a narcissist.
Who? The guy talking or the guy that he's talking about?
The guy he's talking about. Like, who's that much into themselves? And especially a guy? I mean, maybe it's some young new nigga shit because, you know, these DMs and all this other stuff wasn't around when I was growing up, but I'm just like, yo.
That didn't sound old at all.
I mean, we were arguing about who was in your top 10 on MySpace back in the day.
Facts.
So it's just like,
yeah, true.
Now, I mean, I see the appeal of it. The single life, just dating, doing you. You know, just say you don't want to. You don't want to date. I mean, you want to date. You don't want a relationship.
I mean, well, that's the whole premise of it, right?
Right.
It's like, we are single and you're not ready to get in a relationship, right? But it's the whole point of actually giving them, I guess, some attention. Excuse me. giving them some attention, and then I feel like it's kind of not playing coy, but it's like antagonizing a little bit. Like, oh, I could be with you, but I ain't dating nobody right now. Oh, I can give you some attention this day and give you some attention, but I ain't fully putting myself out there. Like, what is literally the point? Like you said, I think we said that story a couple months ago when he was like, yo, for all that, I could just stay home and just please myself and save my money.
Facts.
So it's like he's the in between. Instead of just staying home, pleasing himself, keeping his money to himself, he's engaging with women, probably doing these little dates or entertaining these women, but not taking it seriously. And then, of course, the last level was actually being in a relationship. So I feel like he's in that gray pocket.
I feel like if he made that same statement and it was a girl, y'all be like, city girls up. This is what women do all the time. It's just not so often.
But where did we get that from?
I mean, city boys up, because apparently he want to be a city boy. Because when women do it, it's cool. Get your money, sis. Do you? Da 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 da. Now that a guy do it, what? Equal rights. City boys up, 100 points. What's up?
That's the thing. We took the playbook from the city boys. Well, no, we took it from all men. Like even the married ones, they was the ones that was in the DMs cheating on their wives. Like, but. It's funny how you brought that up. It's like, oh, well, all the girls want to be city girls. Yeah. But they end up having to be, end up adapting, just like anything, adapting because they realize it's city niggas out here. And they not taking it seriously. They ain't dating DMs, and they not really dating, literally going on interviews, but not getting paid. Honestly, probably spending money on different dates if he decides to engage that far.
Now that you say it again, that's kind of stupid. Who gets paid from interviews? But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's still literally auditioning for something over and over and over again. Making time for preparation, going to the place. If you break it down in his analogy.
So is this the new age friends with benefits? Because it's just like, yeah, I just want friends. I don't want to date. I don't want a relationship. I want friends with benefits.
Overall, when you really break it down, I feel like it was a perfect analogy. You're saying, yeah, you want friends with benefits, right? But most of the time, that's like 1, max 2 friends with benefits. In this example.
Okay.
I mean, well,
for niggas, go ahead.
You said what?
For guys, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, but the actual have, like, let's say, specific, like, not every guy be like, yo, I just have lots of friends with benefits. No, they don't say that. They be like, yo, I might have 1 or 2, but the rest of them are like one-offs. They don't keep going back to them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's normally like they have their couple, but it's normally just like, oh, random. But to have that title where they be like, yo, you know what it is.
Yeah.
It gets a while to get to that point for her to be like, yo, you a regular.
You know what? We're also assuming DMs as far as like Instagram or Facebook. These could be like Tinder matches. That's like
same platform. That's still.
It's easier nowadays.
It's easier with Tinder. You got a point, depending on the platform.
Yeah, the Bumble is easier.
Yeah, I'm
go on all these days. Back in the day, you got to actually talk to people, meet people. It's easy for guys, so it's created a way where things have shifted. Where I'm the prize, you come to me.
But yeah. So in a way, let's break it down to even another level. It was like he was talking about. They like to go into a room that we're ring and kind of get flirted for women to flirt with them and whatnot. It's kind of giving me like loneliness for real. Like you just like attention. You just like the attention.
It's giving me light skin vibes.
I'm sorry. I know. I know a couple. Yo, I'm about to add Gio on this part. You better come over here and defend the light skin brothers, my guy. I'm just joking.
It's giving me Drake light skin vibes. I ain't gonna hold you.
You can do better.
A grown ass man. Oh yeah, I like it.
That's what he's saying. Like, I like the attention of it. Yeah, But I feel like somebody, in my opinion, most men that get bitches or they can get bitches, be not big braggers. Yeah. Most men that do, in my experience, that get them, they're a little bit more, not gonna say humble about it, but they don't talk. They don't put their business out in the street.
That's why I said
that's how they keep bitches. If they keep their mouth closed, they keep their shit under wraps.
That's why I figured this guy be a young boy, right?
Maybe this guy that's talking isn't young. I don't look young at all. What?
Nothing. Yeah, people have it.
No, that's why I'm like, what?
I said, young boy, you didn't say nothing. I was like, yes, I got it.
Over.
Philly accent, yeah, B.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Moving on. Not they say yeah, B. After
That's not B? Oh, no.
No.
What's Sean Trey?
Oh my God. Did you just say joint? Oh my God. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Dickhead.
All right, moving the freeze on.
I'm gonna go to Philly. I'm gonna spend some time in
All
Philly.
right,
I'm gonna pick up on his accent.
shout out to Vontae. You and Vontae
Mm-hmm.
from Baltimore, y'all. Everybody want to take a
I
trip
ain't
to
from
Philly?
Baltimore, but go ahead.
No, I'm saying he is, and he took a trip.
Dude.
He took a trip to Baltimore. Was like a little video. Was like, yo, I'm going to all the hoods in Philly, and like he's there during the day, which was very, very smart. Early in the day, and like interviewing people on the street on Sunday. It was like, yo, what's the worst part of Philly? It was like North. And it was like Strawberry Mansion, fucking Kensington, which is basically another part of North. Like no one really. A lot of people should have said South, because South is worse now than it was back in the day. But anyway, and it was like, yeah, he was like, I'm so excited. And then in the middle of his interview, it was like shots going off. It was like, it's like, are they shooting, bro? They shooting, and they all started running.
Yeah.
Midday. But anyway, that's me the point.
Okay.
Well, back to the point. I'm just saying. I feel like it's attention seeking. It's like you love that attention of kind of sort of the same scenario like with the woman who puts stuff online when they have naked. Some of it is for influencing, but some of it they just like the attention.
It's easier to get attention nowadays too.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I'm not surprised young men are seeking this attention or loving this attention. Not surprised at all.
Nah, but I'm just like, when did it, I don't know. I feel like it's it's giving me a bitch tendency. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like bitches do that. Like I don't know why a nigga need to do all that. I know that sounds really bad, and I mean clearly
like
equal opportunity for whatever feelings or whatever way you want to do it, but it just gives me bitch vibes.
It do.
I'm doing this so I can get it. So I like the DMs and I like the way they I got all these bitches. But look, bro, I got all these DMs. Like, who are you trying to prove it to? Yourself or them? Either way, it's like it's almost like you're gaslighting yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
I think for me, back on my single days, I've been called a serial dater. So I enjoy going out on the dates. It's like I said earlier, it's the chase for me. Like once I get it, I get interested. But I know, like it's just like getting to know this person, seeing how far we can take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a thrill. I can see how that could be addictive.
Yeah, I just feel...
Back in your single day, dates galore, right? Especially, we talked about it before, when women just go on dates just to get some food.
Yeah, see, but... how can I say it? There's a difference between dating, in my opinion, and courting. Courting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, some people think they're the same thing, and that's fine, your interpretation. When I hear, like, Ayo, dating... I'm thinking of, all right, we may meet up at Dave & Buster's, or we may go for a coffee little meetup. I don't put as much weight on the date. Oh, I want to take you on a date. Like, I'm like, all right, well, depending on where we at and how that vibe was from that night, if I can tell the difference between if that was a date or like this nigga was really trying to court me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But,
so, like, I feel like there's levels to it, like, in my opinion. Like, somebody courting me. Someone courting me is like, yo, I'm picking you up, or wherever you want me to pick you up.
They want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, like they want to get to know me versus like you meet on what you say Tinder or maybe
Bumble,
black people meet or whatever, and they're trying to be like, oh yeah, let's go out to eat. Like, yeah. I know that you taking me to Applebee's or you taking me to Fridays because we gonna get some drinks and we going back to fuck. You can consider that a date, but it's not courting me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, so like that's where I'm like. It's a thin line between the two, but anyway, I don't know. Like I said, if that's your cup of tea, sip that bitch up.
Yeah.
But it's not a good look in my opinion. And granted, not everybody's goal is to be married. Understandable. I'm not pushing that narrative on anyone.
Sure.
But just doing it because you like the intention to show off and do all that, like at the end of the day, it's gonna end up being you're gonna start looking sad in people's eyes, like. You 40 years old and you still like
that's what I said. It's a young nigga thing.
Yeah, like you still not stable with like one at least. Even if you had like a girlfriend for that whole time, or you had like a friends with benefit, at least we know that same Cheryl is that same one that you've been fucking around for the past 7 years. You know what I mean? Like it's giving me no stability, which then goes down to like how were you raised?
Well, it also not to beat a dead horse, we said it before. Some men hate women, love pussy.
Very much true. So,
this could be that too.
To each his own.
Alright. Little switch speeds here. We're not a conspiracy theory podcast.
Unknown caller.
That was because I was about to play the video. Alright, I'll take a shot. But
Y'all heard it too, right? Okay. We all heard it.
you heard that you heard AI, right?
Yeah, some shit about that. I don't know. What the fuck is all this about?
Yeah. Not AI, not the basketball player from Philly, but AI, artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
So you heard it like now, you could chat GPT, get them to write your paper for you. The new thing out now is like you can tell the AI make a song with the voice of Drake.
Oh yeah, I saw the controversy.
Right, and you heard the video, the song. One of them songs sound fire. I ain't gonna hold you, but now like,
what?
how far can we take the AI? Because recently, one of the grandfathers of the AI technology stepped down.
Okay.
And he said it's going too far. Now, too far as in what? So I have this music industry guy, and he has this theory about AI. Just listen to it.
Somebody can take my voice and no, somebody can take my voice and admit to a crime.
Oh shoot, I ain't even think of that.
Like,
one.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We worried about the wrong thing. We're about Drake.
I was
voice
gonna
being
say the
duplicated.
kidnapping
Somebody
thing.
can take my voice, call my kids, say, "Hey, this is your dad. Come outside and open the door for me." And my kids will open the door because they heard daddy's voice.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, we're worrying about Drake voice and Drake being pissed off. See, this is stuff that I'm talking about that sound. This the black daddy I'm talking about. Like, black daddy is thinking about daddy stuff. And I think we're more worried about The Weeknd has a voice and he sounds like Michael Jackson. I'll be way more worried about AI Tamira saying, and I killed that dude in Buckhead and that was me that shot them. And then people like, here's her confession. And you like, that wasn't me. That's the scary part about this.
Where Will Smith when you need him? You remember what was the iRobot?
Yeah.
You trust the robots?
Yeah,
It's coming.
it is.
It's coming.
But that's a really good point, though. Not even just that. Like taking your kids from school, somebody could. Remember, I think it was months ago when I think a black lady did. I think she was doing something or putting her opinion on TikTok or something, and the guy got mad and called her job, and she ended up getting fired and that whole thing because she was saying that she was saying that men should get therapy because of
I follow her.
Yeah,
I know her. Yeah, I know you're talking about. She's
like,
cool.
think of what if it could be a guy calling and resigning, and you like going to work on Monday, like, what you doing, Susan? Like, I thought you put your 2 weeks, you quit immediately. What are you doing here? Da-da. Or even terrorist threats. Someone could be making bomb calls.
Yeah.
Coming from your house. Only you need is a good hacker, and they could be calling from Wi-Fi, calling off your IP address, and then change the name to sound like you, bruh. This is all
With
serious.
banks,
Yeah, it's a lot. Hey, I'm calling to do a transfer, bruh.
I mean, scammers gonna be up 100%.
Yeah, that's wild.
How many? And then like it's unfortunate to say because they target the elderly. What's stopping them from taking my voice, calling my grandmother or my grandfather,
saying, "Hey, I need some money."
I just got locked up.
Remember, that was a scam thing when they was calling people like, "Hey, we have your daughter.
Right.
You don't pay da-da-da." And now you can actually sound like the person's daughter.
Yeah.
You they definitely about to be up one.
Yeah. So.
Or if they know somebody that's really rich and they be like, "Oh yeah, I'm having my friend such and such come.
Right.
You can put everything on my card. I already have they have a standing account for that location for like these, what's the word I'm looking for? These boutiques and stuff that they buy shit from. Next thing you know, they come back in there. It's a $20,000 fucking. That's crazy. They're like, "Oh well, Miss Helen, you called in and said it." Like, damn, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Well, your number's here. Damn, it wasn't me.
Oh, they already masking your number.
I know. That's what
that's
I'm
crazy.
saying. Like, this shit is wild.
That's crazy.
Let me Google how to do this.
But even with AI, even if they take it too far as like hacking your social media and sounding like you, they can get you to say whatever.
Yeah.
Say some racist stuff, some crazy shit.
Yeah, I was watching something that was like they played it like to sound like Trump, like it was like could alter his voice to be like, "Yeah, I rigged the election." I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
This is wild. Like, y'all
What if
taking this shit
someone,
to a new level.
some hitman shit. Like they could just mash your voice, pretending like you committing suicide, but like, you know what? I'm done with life, and then they can just go kill you, and everybody think you committed suicide because they got you on tape confessing. Saying that you done.
For them fake confessions, and then let's even
the legal system. That's what's going to really get fucked
fuck
up.
It up. Yeah.
Because seen cops do worse. Now you fabricating confessions. I don't know. And then the dude that helped created it.
Bomb threat calls, fucking arson, like people calling it 911, fake 911 calls that's gonna come in. I can only imagine the headache that's all gonna be.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
I'll get people in trouble.
And then think about all the people that still identity theft. You know how hard it is to get your identity theft back? Get your identity back when people do?
Mm-hmm.
Bruh.
I think the only, and I went down a little bit of rabbit hole because I'm like, one of the forefathers that created AI stepped down saying that it's gone too far. He knows some shit we don't even know about. We worried about Drake and some other shit.
We need to see.
He knows some shit.
We need to see if he make it to the end of the year. Just like iRobot.
Yeah.
We need to see if this man makes it because the other guy who I think it's the guy who created Snapchat?
Cash App.
He died.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And now,
wasn't
and
like
then a week later the government come up with their own Cash App. Just saying. Coincidence?
I think not.
You know what
just
I'm
like they killed my man, Sebi.
But also,
he had the cure. But no, we don't want to talk about it.
I went down a rabbit hole.
They did say he had the cure.
And pretty much, based on all the movies and stuff like that, there's like a level of like reality to it. Because what if AI gains a consciousness? We're fucked.
iRobot, bro. Like, and that's what I seen like some like randomly. It comes up on my feed like once in a blue. Like somebody have like an iRobot type of situation already built. And then I don't see it for a couple months. And I randomly see it again. Like it's filtered in my For Me once in a blue. And I'm like, yo. These niggas is on to something, and there's some shit behind the scenes. I'm just saying, y'all need.
Did you watch Megan, the movie?
No, but I had to wait for it was free. Now I'm gonna watch it now.
Yeah,
so I wasn't paying $20 for it. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying $20.
No, it's free.
It's free now. Yeah. Well, when it first came, it was like $19.99 to rent.
Yo, watch that shit. That's gonna freak you the fuck out.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. I'm ready, but nah.
All right, that's my topic. What you got?
So I don't know if you guys.
Yo, that's crazy. I'm sorry. Somebody with AI can be like, use VM Willis' voice and talk about AI, and it's just our voices like it's a podcast. So they can do that with anybody. You can do a joke, but yo, this is fucking crazy.
No, here's one better for you. Think about child custody cases. Like fathers calling in saying acting like the mother saying I'm gonna come pick the kid up early today or whatever and next thing you know the kid is like standing outside waiting and they're like, oh, see, negligence, left the kid here without no parent to pick him up. Like it could get real petty in these custody hearings.
Yeah, because
they're like negligence and then not feeding and canceled orders saying that the food never came. Like it could be just somebody who's petty enough.
Yeah,
which we know people are petty enough. It could go real fucking left real fast.
Or take it even further. See, that's why it's getting too far. What if like you got like a pedophile that can now call the daycare in your voice,
bruh,
and say, their Uncle Tom's coming to pick him up. He's good to go. Clear it. And we're like, okay, Mrs. Da-da-da.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is deep dark.
Yeah. It's getting really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even just that. Like people who are like murderers, like I said, pedophiles, fucking people who are just thefts in general. Saying, think about like people who could have called and be like, I want to cancel my vacation and I would like my my money refunded back to me at this bank account. Da 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 da.
Yep.
Like, bro, nah, nope, I'm good. Anyway, all right. So next topic. So let me ask you first before I play it. Do you feel as though, you're married now, or you've been in a relationship for a while, do you feel like you dress for yourself, or do you feel like you dress because you have a partner, you like to represent your partner well when you're out stepping out as well? Not together always, but even just as an individual.
I think it depends on the occasion. Like, if we're going out to dinner, I'll dress, but if we're going like to Walmart, I don't give a shit what I'm wearing. It just depends, but yeah, I can see, yeah.
Yeah, to which one? I'm confused.
As far as like dressing for your partner, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're a representation of them.
Right.
So I would want, especially if we're going somewhere nice or fancy or like a group setting, I want you to present well.
Yeah. So me on the back end, I'm like, when I go out, even if it's like for brunch on Sundays, I dress well because first of all, I'm going out with other women, so I already know we're all dressing up.
Right.
Because brunch is a thing. It's a whole movement, right? You dress up, look cute, take reels, whatever. But even like when I go on vacation, I'm with other girls. Like I dress well because I'm like, hey babe, I'm out in the streets. When I'm posting it, they know that hey, you seen on the gram, like damn, she look good.
Right.
And she still got a man, but at least she she look good in other countries, whatever. When I go out to brunches in like Philly, DC, whatever, still look good. I do it for myself because I'm like, damn, I don't want to be outshone by the other bitches, right? But then I also do it because I'm like, how I look good today.
And you went to flick.
Huh?
And you went to flick the pictures.
Yeah, the pictures, right. But I also feel like it's good. Yeah, he said flick. I was like, the fuck? But I also wanted to make sure that because of me being in this neighborhood and my fiance lived in this neighborhood and like with the school in this neighborhood, I never know who I'm going to run into. So I always
That's very old school of you.
Well, that's just because every time I've gone out, like with him, like let's say we're going to Giant across the street. Randomly, I say 8 times out of 10 we run into somebody he knows.
Yeah, that's why I moved away from this area. Exactly why.
But that's why I at least make sure I look okay. You know what I mean? And then the times when I run by myself, if I feel like I'm looking busted, I will put on a face mask. Right. You won't know who I am because I'm looking busted today. I'll put on a hoodie and I'm going to run in, run out. But 8 times out of 10, I try myself to look presentable. All right. So I'm gonna play this clip now. Shout out to Aunt Tab and her husband Chance.
Of course, as a wife, I want to be appealing and I want to look good for my husband. But I also want to look good for me, and I also want to feel good for me, right?
Strong emphasis on feel good.
Exactly. So I think it's important to ask your partner, like, do you enjoy like how you dress and how you know, when we go out? Are you doing that for me or are you doing it for you? Like, ask those questions because a lot of times, like for me, I stopped wearing heels when I was sick because I was falling, right? And so losing my balance a lot. And so now putting them on give me anxiety. And so I feel more comfortable in sneakers. And then when I started wearing sneakers and with my outfits, I would ask Chance, like, this look okay? You think this okay? He would say, well, how you feel? And I'm like, I feel comfortable and I feel good. He was like, then wear it, right? So, but my thought was like, do I still look good to you? Like, you still think this is attractive? Like, is this, you know?
Trash bags, some Converse, and you still look good to me.
We still
good.
ready.
We still ready. Let's ride. Listen. When you love somebody, man. Listen, I ain't.
Hey, I wear them heels
this all right,
in the air.
This a good. I'm glad we came here. Did you girl? What'd you say?
She said, what'd you say? He was like, yeah, I put some heels on, put them in the air. He was like, yeah, he was like, wait a minute, girl, what'd you say?
She didn't even catch it.
She didn't even catch it. Oh no, he didn't even catch it because he was just gonna say, you know, when you love somebody, it doesn't matter what they have on, you know. Agreed, but I feel like once you get married, you shouldn't just like. I don't like using. Yeah, I don't like using that because when people hear "let yourself go," they connect it with like someone being overweight or starting to look, you know, like not how they were before. I mean, like if I married somebody who is wearing Gucci, Prada, whatever, that's them. I don't expect that once we get married, they're gonna start going to wearing Target and Walmart. I don't expect that because I've known that this is their lifestyle. Now, we talk about it and they change and adapt, that's something different. Right. But if they have a certain lifestyle and they were maintaining it before me and while they were dating and courting me, then I expect that when I get married, that's the type of lifestyle he likes and would probably want me to be like, if that's what we discuss.
Right.
And I'm flipping that also to be like, yo, if he dated me and I'm like always wearing dresses and I was always in heels and I was always cooking, you know, whatever, when we get married, it's be something like, yo, I married you not because I love you, yes, but I was used to those lasagna Fridays or I was used to the Taco Tuesday. Girl, you make a mean clam chowder in the wintertime. Like whatever, he fell in love with the task and the love that you put in the meals and in your outfits. and then when you get married, you just let that go.
Yeah.
Then I feel like they have a right to then not correct, but at least bring it up and be like, babe, what's going on?
Yeah, address it.
You address it, and that's why I like what Chance did. It was like, yo, well, how does your outfit make you feel? Like, I understand you had surgery, and I'm understanding you anxiety. So how does these sneakers make you feel? Which I feel like a lot of couples probably don't do. You know, when it comes down to, because we don't think about clothing like, yo, if y'all going to a wedding and she don't feel like wearing heels, most guys be like, all right, you don't feel like wearing heels, what you going
and 9 times out of 10, y'all take your heels off halfway through.
That part.
You got the flats in the purse ready to go.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which is very, very true. Very, very, very true statement. But I'm just saying for the people who have gotten used to, you know, a certain look of them, you know, when you've been together 5 years and you're like, yo, I've never, at all of our events and all of our dates, she's always putting her shit on. She always got her shit.
Yeah.
Like, and even if it's like, you know, she's always at a Walmart or she get her stuff from the thrift store and she put her shit on, she wear it well. It's not even about the dollars.
But I can also see that debate of, you know, I was wearing all this stuff because we were going to nice places. You don't take me out anymore.
That too, which again still brings about the, hey, there's a discussion that needs to be had. Communication definitely. Like, yo, baby, after this I was saying, honey, like after the baby, I just don't see it. Like my body, I haven't worn heels in 9 months, so me going back to it, my arch is probably gone. It probably hurts, which is true. Like after, like during COVID, I used to wear heels to work all the time, and then the COVID hit, and I was home and just going to work, going in there with some jeans on, with some sneaks, and coming right out, because you know it was real convenient. Right. So like when it came back to like wearing heels for like when we started going back outside for brunches and shit, like my feet was hurting within like the first hour, and I was like, yo, I used to wear heels from 8 in the morning to fucking 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. Like I'm a church girl. Like I used to be in sources all day. It's never hurt me. But when you stop doing something after a long time, it works. Yeah. You know. But anyway, so that's why I'm saying, are you dressing for your partner? Does that, if they stop dressing the way they were when y'all were dating and before marriage, or at some point and they change, does that is that like a turnoff?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a turnoff because I like what he just said. Are you comfortable? Because also I learned that the older you get, sometimes you're just like 75% of the time you're dressing just for comfort. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And for easy, some slides on, some sweatpants, or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
my man said with a trash bag on and some sneakers. I don't care. Like, I don't care.
What's up under that? Heels to the sky. What?
He was like, girl, what you say? That show was so funny. They're so cute. But yeah, I think the biggest point out of all that I learned is, of course, communication. Like asking your partner or your significant other, or even somebody that you're dating, like, yo, are you the guy that likes me to wear heels all the time? Because I'm telling you, I'm half and half. Like I could be a tomboy sometimes, and then I could be a whole girly sometimes. But it's never 50-50 all the time. It's 30-70, 40. It's just how I feel. Is that okay with you? Because if you want Princess Barbie, that is not me.
What if it's the flip side where he wants you to dress more conservative? Now that y'all together, like you wasn't really dressing conservative when you met, and now he wants you to.
Actually, I know somebody that was in a relationship that ended up being like that, and because of their profession or what they did in their spare moment, I should say part-time side job, they dressed provocative. And then she was like, oh, I'll date you. And then when they got in the relationship, he was like, yeah, you need to calm that shit down. Like, you know, like, I'm like, bro, this is a part of my income. Yeah. I dress this way because I have fans and they pay. And, like, this is what, like, and she had to stop talking to him because, like, I was this way before you got in a relationship with me. You can't come in a relationship with me. So it's his insecurity. It was his insecurity, but which you could tell he hid or at least tried to hide until they got in a relationship, because there's no way you were attracted to me when you seen all my photos and you seen how I dress, and then now I'm with you got this authoritative standpoint like, all right, now you with me, cover yourself up.
No. Be yourself.
Now I'm saying,
no, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a part of somebody's money flow. Like, that's like they dressing like that because that's a part of what keeps a roof over their head and lights on.
This might be a terrible comparison, but it's like, take your friend out of it. Like, if a guy dates a stripper, there's certain things that come with it. Unless you're about to retire me or subsidize that income, why am I stopping?
Right. I mean, and then also, even with your same example, you gotta realize the shit that come with that too. You gonna have to deal with the dickheads. You have to deal with the obsessive stalkers or the or the regulars or whatever. And that's honestly that's in any field where you get popular, you're shown as being popular, right? Like strippers, Instagram influencer. You could have a fucking cooking show. If they be like, oh, she's such a motherly person, like I'm pretty sure Miss Tab got a lot of DMs of men in their 40s or 50s, and she dressed conservative, and she's very conservative. Like she wears her bright colors, and she pushes family, her daughter, her son, like all that, and she still get DMs. So that lets you know it doesn't matter what you got on or don't. If a nigga is interested or like you, they gonna reach out, they gonna try. You know what I mean? So that's like going from one spectrum of a stripper to like someone more conservative like Miss Tab. Like it doesn't matter. Like there's people in Chloe DM just like there's people in Hallie's DMs. Like somebody out there gonna like you. There's a billion people, more than a billion people in this world. I'm sure there's more than one that's gonna be like, okay. The whole point of it is like you said, communication. And if that man communicated to that woman in advance, like, yo, I just want to let you know, if we get in a relationship, I don't like this. Right. That's another part of communication. If he said that and she agreed, then that's on her. Yeah. Because just like the other guy who was like, yo, I don't like wearing condoms, and if you get pregnant, it's on you. Same thing. I can respect the guy who puts it all out there. I respect anybody who puts their truth out there. Because at the end of the day, that gives you the ball in the court to say, hey, I fuck with it, or no, I don't. Yeah. Now, if you say you fuck with it, and later on you're like, I thought I could do it, but I can't, still verbalize it. At least you tried. But don't be like, oh, I didn't know. And they're like, no, you knew. It's like, that's the excuse women be like, oh, well, I didn't know he was going to be this bad. Yo, he showed you. Yeah. And he told you. Mm-hmm. How? My guy, how did you not pick it up?
That's what I'm saying. If they tell you, believe them.
Yeah, that's what Maya Angelou said.
Yep, believe them. Yep. I got a topic that kind of ties into this about like men and their insecurities. So let's listen to this.
Stop calling men insecure for having standards. Stop calling men insecure for having boundaries. It's like y'all use the word insecure as some type of coping mechanism for men who actually care about the type of woman that they pursue a relationship with. Oh, you don't want me wearing this? You're so insecure. Oh, you don't want me going out late with my friends to the club at night? You're so insecure within yourself. Sis, that's not insecurity. That's love and protection. That man knows how visual men are. Why would he want his woman to be a target to other men? Why would he want your private area, something that only his eyes are supposed to see, on display for the whole world to see? See, the problem is, you want the freedom of acting single all while still being in a relationship with someone. You want all the benefits, but expect him to just do everything that you say and just roll with it. You expect him to defend you. You expect him to protect and provide for you. But when he does it in a way that's not how you want, it's a problem. If he didn't love you, he wouldn't set up boundaries for you, sis. If he let you go out and do what you want to do, wear what you want to wear, staying up late all hours of night, he wouldn't give a damn about you, knowing very well the dangers that are out there. The only woman insecure is the woman who can't take direction from her significant other because deep down she knows that she still seeks the world's validation over her own significant other.
Is there some validity to what she was saying?
I think there is, to an extent.
What's the extent?
Because like, which we talked about plenty of times on there, I think you even brought up earlier, there's a difference from putting in boundaries for what he wouldn't like his woman to wear, right? Like, hey babe, nah. Like, I personally, on a small level, I think it's kind of sexy. Like, when a guy be like, nah, that skirt too short, short, you ain't going out there like that. I'm like, oh, really? Is that like, it's cute? Right, you know, when your partner like, nah, I'm like, yeah, you jealous? You think somebody can come? Like, it's cute. It's a difference from that. Right. You know, because I do it too with my partner. Like, nah, those pants are a little too tight in that area, bro. Like, nah, switch some gray sweatpants out. You ain't single. The fuck? You don't wear them past the front door. You know what I mean? Or past our driveway. You know what I mean?
Those are for home.
Right. But like, I feel like that's cutesy stuff in a relationship, right? Or even with somebody you dating or whatever. Like, you know that's mine. You gotta cover that up, whatever. But when it gets to the point where it's like that man is starting to pick out what you wear, and telling you what you can't wear out to outings, who you cannot be with, just because they don't like that person, like, then it's starting to come off authoritative, and it's starting to come off a little bit narcissistic. Gotcha. I'm saying that, like, it's I'm not going to say it's a fine line. There is a line between being overly aggressive and trying to rule and dictate my life or what to wear and who to hang out with. That's not a boundary. That's control. Versus a boundary of like, hey babe, yeah, that skirt's or you showing everything. All right, you got a jacket at least. Like that like I feel like that's communication and that's healthy, you know.
But also, the word that came to me was respect.
Yeah,
like, not coming in at 5 in the morning knowing your relationship. That's a sign of respect. Not wearing like crazy stuff. That's a sign of respect.
Right.
Like, what attention are you seeking if you're in a relationship? That's what she was getting at. The whole you want the benefits of a relationship, but want to look single.
Right. And I agree with that part. That you have to respect your partner. And I'm a firm believer that I don't like to put something out in the world that I wouldn't want to receive. You know what I'm saying? I treat people how I want to be treated, especially my partner. Right. So if I know like he's out with the boys or whatever, my big thing is like, yo, let me know when you got there. Right. That's like my first thing. Like, let me know you got there. And if I text you, just hit me back. And then when I say that, I'm not that person who like text you the whole time you're there. Right. But like if you left at like 5 and I know you there for happy hour or whatever and it's like almost 12 and I know you normally not, I'm gonna do a quick like, hey babe, you good? Right. Just respond to me, yeah babe, I'm about to leave now. Yeah, we still at the bar. We ran into some people that we know. Like just give me a check-in so I know that you're good. And I'm going to sleep. Because this is not your normal behavior. You don't go out often, but I'm just checking. Yeah. Like, and it's vice versa. I went to hang out with my friend like 2 weeks ago. We had crabs, and the night of the fight. Oh, Javante. Javante. We had crabs and we had spades. If anybody who's a spades player, which I know that the percentage is dwindling down in the black community, if you know how to play spades, you know that those going up to 500 points, that could be an hour by itself. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Don't let them renege or they go in the back. Like it could be a long game, and we did like 2-3 games. So I didn't leave till like 2:15 in the morning, which is not normal for me. So like he hit me up at like 5 minutes to 3. He was like, "Hey babe, you good?" I'm like, "I am turning into our street right now." He's like, "All right, I was just checking." I was like, "All right, babe, see you in a few." Like it's just again respecting. Yeah. Right, because he knows one, not normal behavior. He knew where I was at. And I'm a person that I post stuff too when I'm out. Right. Like so you see, hey, we did mimosas. I'm at brunch. Like hey, and I'm not doing that out of being like he's asking. It's just I just like you to know like hey, my word is my word. I'm here. I'm out here with the same people that I told you I was going to be with, and. Now, do I receive that same thing? Like, he's not I know how he is on social media. He's not going to be, like, showing me drinks of him and his boys. Like, no nigga really does all that. But...
apparently the first video. Huh? The first topic. He do.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because he's got something to prove. Right. Niggas who are securing themselves, they don't have to prove shit. Facts. But, back to what I'm saying. Right. But, like I'm saying, like... just the simple checking on like, hey babe, just got here, or I've been here. Sometimes you forget, you know, you start talking with your boys, oh my bad babe, been here about 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm here talking to da-da-da-da. Alright babe, have a good time. Yeah. It's just respecting between partners. But you didn't, I'm like, where you going, where you at, what you wearing, send me a picture. Like that's when it start going a little narcissistic. Your location. Yeah, like that. That's again tapping into the insecurity of that person. Yeah. Like yeah, I just the whole him like probably picking on the outfit for her and then having her like putting the location on her, you know, seeing she got there, like where she moved to, like like my fiance, he'll be like, oh yeah, we went to the sushi bar, but we tried the place next door because they had a good happy hour. Like it's just I feel like that's simple because that's telling me like, hey babe, which makes me trust more, right? Which could look like well, hey. You start off one place and you're telling me y'all moving to another place. Yep. So now I don't have to worry about you checking in because you've already let me know shit in advance. Right. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't have to do that, but different strokes for different people's relationships, right? So, but nah, I'm not dealing with the narcissist of, oh no, you're not wearing that. Yeah, fuck. Put this. I already laid out your clothes, and you know I don't like Gina. I don't want you hanging out with Gina. Like, fuck you. Gina was here before you, my nigga. Like.
Ooh, that's another cool.
That's some real shit. Gina was here before you. Yeah. And honestly, it's case by case basis. I don't know. Let me ask you, if like previous to this marriage, previous to this marriage, like when you were in your single days, if you were dating somebody and a girl was like, yo, that you was trying, court or date, and it was like, yeah, I really don't like your friend V. This is using me for example. Yeah, I don't want you hanging out with her. Like, how would you feel? How would you address somebody like that? I mean, you can always tell me, and then I'll address it, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean?
Nah.
But no, I'm just joking. But like, how would you address that? Because I don't think I've ever had someone do that for, like, a guy do that for me. Like, tell me that. I mean, they've inquired, like, hey, have you slept with such? Is there something between you two? I'm like, nah, man, he got it. You know who that is? Like, nah. I'm like in an arm, like, oh, this one, he's gay. What do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
nah, I ride from a nigga, so nah, I don't do that. I've had women actually try, but also when they do that, it's their own insecurity of the female or of the person. And I know for me, I have a lot of platonic female. I hate the word female. Platonic friends that are women. Yeah, there we go. And it just takes a secure. It's their issue, their problem. They ain't got nothing to do with my friendship.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, I have a lot of male friends. I wouldn't say a lot. I say I have a good amount of male friends. And I don't think I've ever had a partner in my past, like, tell me not to talk to someone.
But also, you're very social. You have a very huge net of
And then I
friends.
also, that would have a big, huge, I guess you say friends, but mostly a lot of associates.
Yeah.
But with that being said, about 2 to 3 times a year, I blend a lot of my groups of friends together or associates together. So there is no, oh, who's that? Well, I saw you at the last cookout. Like, I remember you. Like, it's never like, oh, I'm bringing some new nigga around. And you're like, what? Who's that? Like, it's no new friends, my nigga. Like, I mean, I have some new associates, but they're.
Oh, you wanted to know new friends.
For me, like my circle. So when I'm dating somebody, I introduce them like I used to, you remember how many events I used to throw when before this relationship? Like, I used to have a lot before I moved in this house. I used to have a lot of events at my apartment, and people would whatever. I would introduce my partner to all of my friends. It wouldn't be no.
So you're not the type once you're in a relationship with me, like no new friends, or are you?
I can say as of recently, past 2-3 years, yes, I have been.
Okay. No, this is like a hypothetical. I'm not talking about your current.
No, I can't even talk about it being my current. Because I think I've touched on it before in a podcast before. I'm like, I know women. It's certain women that I don't think you should be friends with. I just saw this on Sunday. There's a group I call Mom. It's like Sunday they do confessions, and this lady was like, I don't feel like my husband should be adding his coworkers on Snapchat with the negative connotation that surrounds Snapchat. Now, we can go in deeper and be like, oh, that's her insecurity. But then on the flip hand, it's like, why do married men have to add coworkers on social media?
If that's their main form of communication, looks suspect. But if it's something where I'm just looking at pictures and you just looking at my pictures, I don't think it's a problem with it. But if that's the only way you're communicating, for pictures,
then you can just be on Instagram. Why does it be Snapchat where things, the whole negative connotation of Snapchat?
Why I gotta be TikTok? Why I gotta be Facebook? You just friends with people.
Yeah, but see, maybe because it's maybe it's because of the negative connotation around Snapchat.
Right. That's what I said. If that's their only means of communication, then that looks suspect. If you're only talking to this coworker through Snapchat, yeah, something's funny. But But
what if it's Snapchat and they got their phone number?
I prefer you text than use Snapchat. And y'all having whole ass conversations?
I don't know about the conversation. I was just bringing it up. That was just like that hypothetical that I saw online or whatever.
Wait, y'all must don't know this technology, man. I seen one girl tell me, "Yeah, you gotta hit the notes." I was like, "What?" That's how they can.
You can have hidden notes and share it if they have iPhone.
Yeah, but no, like me. You know how you can share a note with me?
Yeah, you and me. Yeah. For drama friends. Yeah, that's what I said. Share notes, and then you can hide that note.
Oh, I didn't know you could hide that one. I'm sure you tell me something. All right.
Yeah.
But we don't use those purposes here. We're happily. She's engaged and married, so yeah. So V, tell the non-cheaters that follow us Where can they find us?
Not the non-cheaters that follow us.
We don't want the cheaters.
We don't want the cheaters. But hey, if you
I'll take the
are,
string.
if you do,
YouTube.
if you do, hey, just be smart about it. That's all I got for you. Just be smart about it.
Or just don't do it.
Or please, I'm telling y'all. Please, just don't. Just don't. You can find us on all streaming platforms. You can find us on YouTube, rate, like, and subscribe. Please tell a friend. Podbean, Spotify, Alexa, I'll say Castbox.
It is Castbox.
It's Castbox, okay.
Yeah.
Google Play, of course, iPhone, stream everywhere. Did I say Spotify already? Yeah, Pandora,
Yep.
yeah. Everywhere. Just look into our bio if you want to be a guest on our show. Definitely DM us. We will be taking a break next week, but when we come back, it will be our drunk anniversary, which, as you already know, we normally get fucked. Drunk anniversary. I mean, we get fucked up. Like it's going to be probably another one for the books.
Oh, we gotta figure out what bottle we get too.
Yeah, because last time we got 19. No, we had mimosas last time. No, we didn't have 1942 last year. We had the mimosas and we had the
Don
Jameson, the Don Julio and the Jameson Orange.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The year before that, we had the Don Julio 1942. We was, bruh.
He was crying.
Bruh.
I ain't fucking with that shit.
Bruh. I mean, I wouldn't mind one more time because it was so smooth, but that, bruh, I know I would mix it very well.
Yeah.
And take my time.
Yeah.
But definitely reach out to us. Let us know what you would like to. Maybe y'all can even. Maybe I'll do a post and see what they want to for next week. We'll do a freelance like questions. What do you think we should talk about for our drunk anniversary? Get some engagement, and then we'll go live and we'll see how we rock out with that. All right. With that being said, pouring on shots. I said.
Oh shit! I ain't even paid attention.
He's supposed to pour when I tell him where to find us.
My bad.
He's slacking.
I am.
Slacking.
I'm all day at work.
Bruh.
I got more work to do.
It's a long month and it just started.
Cinco de Mayo.
Bruh.
Coming up, y'all.
Yeah, y'all get lit.
Have fun. Be safe.
That part. Cheers,
right.
guys.
See you next week.
Or week after.